们一起默祷，预备心。
Let us prepare our hearts and pray in silence.
阿们。
Amen.
奉主耶稣圣名，我们继续安息生日下午的聚会，
In the name of Lord Jesus Christ, we continue with this Sabbath service.
一起来唱赞美诗24首。
Let us sing hymn 24.
由于我们这个沙漠记上我们没有特别的提出来做介绍。
So we haven't had a chance to go into 1 Samuel in detail yet.
我们现在读经的进度已经进到沙漠记下。
And we are already up to 2 Samuel in our Bible reading schedule.
所以小弟想我们就把这个撒母耳记记上记下做一次的那个介绍。
So I thought I would introduce both books of Samuel together.
那首先撒母耳记记上记下为什么叫撒母耳？
And so first of all, why are both of these books entitled Samuel?
因为最主要介绍的这个是主角就是撒母耳先知。
And mainly because the main character is the prophet Samuel.
他高立了第一个以色列第一个王扫罗。
And he anointed the first king of Israel, Saul,
还有最伟大的王大卫。
as well as the greatest king, David.
所以撒母耳记记上记下就以撒母耳然后先知来做命名。
And so that's why these books are named after him.
那虽然传统说这个撒母耳记是撒母耳先知所写的。
And so tradition has it that Samuel wrote both of these books.
但是我们可以看到它其中有一部分比如说撒母耳记上的25章还有记下这个撒母耳就已经离世不在世上了。
But if you read from 1 Samuel chapter 25 onwards through to 2 Samuel, you find out that Samuel actually passed away already.
所以这个圣经学者认为这个撒母耳记是一个整理之后的这个产物。
So Bible scholars believe that the books of Samuel are actually a compilation of written works.
那认为撒母耳记除了撒母耳先知再来就是先知拿单还有迦得他们共同的创作。
So they believe that these books were actually written together by Samuel as well as the prophets Nathan and Gad.
那这个我们和本是叫做撒母耳记上记下。
And so in our versions of the Bible, it is 1 and 2 Samuel.
但是原本撒母耳记是一整册。
But in actuality, it used to be one entire volume.
在74译本把它分成上下两册。
And so later on, it was divided into 2 books.
称为这个列王志第一书跟第二书。
And at the time, they were referred to as the Chronicles of the Kings, Volume 1 and 2.
所以在这个钦定本的圣经特别还注明这个撒母耳记记上记下，或称列王志第一、第二书。
And so in certain versions, it referred to the books of Samuel as the Chronicles of the Kings.
那把这个列王记上下又称作这个列王志第三、第四书。
And so then the actual Chronicles were then referred to as the 3rd and 4th books.
这个是提供给我们弟兄姐妹做参考。
And so this is just for your reference.
好，那我们首先来看看撒母耳记上。
And so let us first look at 1 Samuel.
那撒母耳记上的第1章到第8章的内容。
So the topic in 1 Samuel chapter 1 through 8.
最主要谈到就是撒母耳当先知。
It talks about Samuel becoming a prophet.
1到2章是谈到撒母耳的母亲哈拿向神许愿而得着撒母耳。
And so chapters 1 and 2 are about Samuel's mother Hannah and the promise that she made to God.
那从第2章到第4章记载的是这个原本的祭司以利还有他2个儿子的失败。
And chapters 2 to 4 talk about the high priest Eli and the evils of his 2 sons and their failure.
第3章谈到的是撒母耳这个孩童撒母耳他初得启示。
And in chapter 3, God makes a revelation to Samuel.
以及他当了先知替代了这个当时的大祭司。
And he becomes a prophet and replaces the high priest of the time.
那第5章记载当时这个约柜被非利士人掳去 但是神却在非利士地自显荣耀。
And so in chapter 5, it talks about how the Philistines had captured the Ark of the Covenant to their land, and yet God's glory was still revealed.
7章是撒母耳正式当士师。
And in chapter 7, Samuel officially becomes a judge.
那8章以色列人要求撒母耳为他们立王。
And in chapter 8, Israel asks for a king.
这个是从撒母耳记上1到8章主要的内容。
And so these are the main topics in chapters 1 through 8 of 1 Samuel.
那撒母耳记上记下主要记载的就是在士师时代之后这个以色列这个王国成立之前。
And so these chapters talk about the period of the judges ending and right before the period of the kings begins.
那撒母耳本身他是一个关键的人物他在这样的世代当中当一个承先启后这个承接使徒承接这个士师时代的结束然后进到王国时代的开始。
And Samuel is there through this transition to guide the Israelites through the period of the judges and through to the period of the kings.
那撒母耳本身的出身他是可拉的后裔他是终身做拿细尔人。
And so for Samuel's background, he is a descendant of Korah, and they are the people of the Nazarites.
他身兼祭司以及先知2个职分。
And so they act as high priests and prophets.
那撒母耳也是先知学校的创立者。
And so Samuel is the founder of the school of the prophets.
他同时也是这个以色列王国时代这个君王制度的一个创立者。
And so he's the founder of one of the first kings of Israel.
他高立的第一个王扫罗。
He was able to anoint the first king Saul.
以及后来的大卫。
And later on David.
这个是撒母耳先知他撒母耳记主要的年代。
And so this is what happened during that time.
我们从这个图表就可以看到
And this is what we can see from this diagram.
士师时代的结束王国时代的开始。
And so we can see that there is, in the first purple box, it is the period of the judges, and when it ends, there's a couple of other periods, and then there's the pink box of the period of the kings.
那撒母耳记就是记载在这个一段时间。
And the first books of Samuel are right in that transition between the two periods.
扫罗、大卫这一段。
And you can see the specific periods referring to Saul and David.
那刚刚我们谈到撒母耳他的母亲哈拿原本不会生育。
So originally Hannah, Samuel's mother, was unable to give birth.
但是他的先生另外还有一个妾叫毕迪拿却会生育。
And her husband had another wife, Penina, and she was able to give birth.
那个不会生育的哈拿总是受欺负。
And the childless Hannah was often mocked.
所以哈拿就向神祷告祈求。
And then so Hannah prayed to God.
求神让他能够生育，他愿意把所生的孩子终身归神使用。
And so she asked God to give her child, and she promised to dedicate this child to God for His use.
那圣经里头我们可以知道有一些妇女原本不生育，后来神让他们生育。
And so we know in the Bible there are many women who were blessed with children later in life by God.
比如说亚伯拉罕的太太。
For example, Abraham's wife.
以撒的太太。
Isaac's wife.
雅各的太太。
And Jacob's wife.
他们原本不生育。
All of them originally could not give birth.
神让他们生育。
But then God was able to bless them with children.
归神做拿细耳人的这个比如说参孙。
And for example, those children that were dedicated to be Nazarites, like Samson.
还有我们这一个我们撒母耳记的主角撒母耳。
And of course Samuel himself.
还有就是新约那个施洗约翰。
And in the New Testament, we have John the Baptist.
这个都是归神所使用，做神拿细耳人的。
And they were all dedicated to God, and they were Nazarites.
那今天我们也都应当要效法这个刚刚我们所看到的这些做妈妈们愿意让我们的儿女也成为属灵的拿细耳人。
And so we should also learn from these mothers who were also willing to dedicate their children as Nazarites.
为他们来保守圣洁，
And we preserve purity for them
能够将来归神所使用。
so that they can be of use to God one day.
所以哈拿照着他向神所许的愿他把撒母耳带来到这个以利的前面把他献给神了。
So in accordance with Hannah's vow to God, she brought Samuel to Eli to offer up to God.
我们说这个哈拿的信心通常我们都会直接想到说他向神许愿
And so with Hannah's faith, we always refer to her vow to God
然后得到撒母耳。
and was able to receive Samuel.
但是哈拿信心的最高表现呢，就是把他的儿子撒母耳献到当时的这个示罗这个会幕里头
But her greatest act of faith was actually dedicating her son in Shiloh.
因为当时祭司以利已经年纪老迈，双眼昏花了。
Because at the time, the high priest Eli was quite old and his eyes were failing him.
他两个儿子也不是成才
And his two sons were not very worthy.
圣经说他两个儿子是恶人，不认识神。
And in fact, the Bible says they were evil and did not know God.
但是哈拿却勇敢的把他的这个撒母耳放到那样的环境里面。
But Hannah was very brave and still willing to put Samuel into that kind of environment.
因为他知道神这个是从神求到的神必定会看顾带领。
Because she knows that she received him from God and God would take care of him.
这个是哈拿信心最高的表现。
And this is the greatest act of faith by Hannah.
今天呢，我们为人父母都知道，我们的儿女不是自己的是神托付的产业。
So today as parents, we all know our children don't belong to us. It is inheritance that God has blessed us.
虽然我们都尽心尽力的栽培这个带领。
And so even though we do our best to raise them,
但我们更应当要效法哈拿的信心。
but we must follow Hannah's faith,
把它交给神。
that we can give them unto God.
因为我们没有可能一辈子来照顾、来替代这个神的位置。
Because we cannot possibly take care of them or replace God for their whole lives.
我们儿女既然是神托付的，神必定会带领看顾。
And because the children are given by God, we know that God will care for them.
这个是我们效法哈拿的信心。
And this is how we can imitate Hannah's faith.
那这个以下这个是哈拿对神的赞美。
And these are the praises to God by Hannah.
这个撒母耳记上的2章第1节到第10节。
It is in 1 Samuel chapter 2, verses 1 to 5.
那刚刚我们谈到说这个祭司以利有2个儿子。
So earlier we mentioned that the priest Eli had 2 sons.
圣经上说他们是恶人是不认识神的。
And in the Bible it says that they were scoundrels, they had no regard for God.
他们让百姓不想来献祭给神。
And they made the people not want to go and give sacrifices to God.
因为他们对待来献祭的百姓这个行为恶劣。
Because they had wicked practices against the people who would sacrifice.
抢夺他们的祭物。
They would take their sacrifices.
让百姓厌恶来献祭。
So that the people would hate to offer up any sacrifices.
我们会觉得很压抑这个祭司的2个儿子也是当祭司，怎么会这样子？
And you might be surprised that how could a priest's 2 sons who are also priests act in such a way?
那小弟曾经听过有人这么批评这个牧师啦，所谓的牧师说什么孩子最坏，牧师的孩子最坏。
I've heard people criticize in the past that it is always the pastor's sons who are the worst.
我不晓得我们教会我们没有牧师的
Actually not priests, but reverends, and we don't have any reverends in our church.
但是呢如果我们没有照着神的道理来教导尤其圣职人也没有照神的道理来教导自己的儿女，关心自己的家庭。
But if any of the holy workers do not use God's law to raise our own children,
以利的这个软弱也会在我们家庭发生。
then the weakness of Eli can also happen within our own homes.
让我们做工的果效有个大的破口。
So that there's a gap in the work that we do for God.
那再来这个以利2个儿子的 这个坏的行为啊，也纵容了他的仆人。
And in fact, the wicked acts of Eli affected the people.
狐假虎威欺负来拜神的人。
Because the two sons would then go and attack those that were trying to worship.
以至于百姓就百姓厌弃来为神献祭。
And it became that the people would dislike offering up to God.
教会服侍神的人无论是除了这个长职传道之外我们的负责人每个事工组的或者是宗教教育的老师们都是服侍神的仆人。
And so all of us are servants of God, from the ordained holy workers to council members to RE teachers.
那我们也要自我检讨。
And so we need to repent.
我们的服侍是帮助我们信徒更乐意的敬拜神呢，还是反过来像以利的这个仆人一样，以利儿子的仆人一样，让人厌弃来拜神？
Is our servitude pleasing to God, and is it for the people, or are we actually preventing the people from wanting to worship?
这个也是我们从当中能够学习的教训。
And this is a lesson we can also learn from here.
好，那撒母耳在这样的一个这个环境之下，
And so Samuel was in this kind of environment.
神呼召他，
And God called him.
神借着这个夜间的这个话语来呼召撒母耳。
And so God called Samuel in the middle of the night.
那撒母耳第一次得到神的呼召，他不懂。
And this was the first time he received God's calling, so he did not understand.
他以为是以利找他。
And so he thought it was Eli calling for him.
他说你在呼唤我吗？我在这里。
He said, Did you call me? Here I am.
这个以利说我没有啊，你去睡觉吧。
And Eli said, I did not call, go back to sleep.
第二次又听到了他又跑去问以利说你在找我吗？
And the second time he heard it again, so he ran to Eli again and said, Did you call me?
以利说我没有，你再回去睡觉吧。
Eli says, I did not, go back to sleep.
因为撒母耳还没有被神这个启示过，所以他不知道。
And because Samuel had never received the revelation of God before this, so he did not
他
understand.
一直以为是以利在叫他。
He kept thinking that Eli was calling him.
我们想想看对一个年幼的孩子这个睡觉有时候一睡你是叫不醒他的啦。
Let's think about young children and how typically when they sleep, it's very difficult to wake them up.
但是撒母耳却能够保持警醒。
But Samuel was able to remain alert.
而且不是只有一次2次3次。
And not just once or twice, but actually 3 times.
我们可以看到这个撒母耳他的用心
So we can see the heart that he had.
等到第3次以利终于明白这个是神在呼叫撒母耳。
And at the third time, Eli finally realized God was calling Samuel.
所以就叫撒母耳说你再回去睡，如果再听到你就说神请说仆人静听。
And so he instructed Samuel, go back to sleep, and if he calls you again, say, speak, Lord, for your servant is listening.
这个是撒母耳第一次蒙神的启示。
And so this is the first time that Samuel received God's revelation.
那神启示撒母耳有关以利家的将来。
And so God's revelation included what would happen to Eli's family in the future.
那撒母耳原本不敢跟以利讲，后来以利问他，撒母耳就把神告诉他的全部讲了。
And at first Samuel was afraid to ask Eli what he saw, but after Eli asked, he told him everything.
也是神对以利家的定罪。
And so this is how the Lord was going to punish Eli's family for their
因为
sins.
以利尊重儿子过于尊重神。
Because Eli put his sons over God.
知道儿子作孽自遭咒诅，却不禁止他们。
And he knew all the wicked that they did, but he did not stop them.
所以神对他们家的审判就是他们3个人在同一天会死亡。
And so the judgment for these acts were that they would all die on the same day.
这个是撒母耳所得到的启示。
And this was the revelation that Samuel received.
那这个在士师时代末期这个以色列王国的初期对他们最大的 这个外患啊，就是非利士人。
In the judges' time, the greatest enemy of the Israelites was the Philistines.
他们原本是在克里特岛的，后来他们就他们是海上的民族就入侵到迦南地的沿海。
So originally they were from the island of Crete, and they migrated towards their land.
他们比当时以色列人的文化还先进进步啊。
And at the time, they were of more advanced civilization.
当时他们已经能够铸造铁器
And they were already able to make iron
啊，
wares.
所以他们拿的是铁刀啊。
And so they had iron spears.
以色列人还是用铜啊。
And the Israelites were still using copper.
所以没有办法是人家的对手。
And so they weren't able to be proper enemies.
非利士人来攻打以色列人。
And so the Philistines came and attacked the Israelites.
结果这个以利的2个儿子把这个约柜啊从示罗抬出去打仗。
And so Eli's 2 sons brought the ark out from Shiloh into battle.
没想到不但没有打胜仗，反而打了败仗。
And they didn't think that they would not win, but in fact they were defeated.
约柜啊被抢走了。
And the ark was captured.
以利的2个儿子也战死沙场。
And so Eli's 2 sons retreated.
当这个报恶信的人回到示罗，告诉以利他2个儿子死的消息。
And so Eli's 2 sons passed away, and so the messengers came back to Eli to tell him the news.
这个以利一听到这个坏消息往后一倒结果摔断了脖子。
And so as soon as Eli heard the news, he fell over in his chair and broke his neck.
这如同神对他们的审判
And this was judgment from God.
那约柜也因着这样子就被抢夺了。
And because of this, the ark was captured away.
非利士人把这个神的约柜从以便以谢就抬到雅实图去了。
And so then the ark was captured from Ebenezer to Ashdod.
放到他们这个偶像庙里面。
And it was captured into one of their temples filled with idols.
非利士人他们所拜的这个他们的偶像假神叫做大衮。
And the Philistines worshipped a god called Dagon.
这个大衮这个样子就是这样是个鱼神因为非利士人是克里特岛他们是海上民族。
And so this is what Dagon looks like. He is the god of fish because since they come from an island, so they're very familiar with the water.
把约柜就抬到他们的这个主神这个大衮神的庙里面。
And so this ark was brought to Dagon's temple.
意思就是说我们的神比你的以色列神厉害你看你们的神在我们的神下面。
And so the idea is, look, our God is greater than your God because our God is above your God.
但没想到隔天到这个庙一看这个大衮神像是扑倒在约柜前面。
And actually, the next day when they went back to the temple, they saw that Dagon had fallen on his face.
以为说可能是意外把这个神像再抬回去，但是过一天神像不但扑倒而且还跌断了。
And they just thought it was a coincidence, so they put Dagon back in his place. But the following day, not only had he fallen again, but now he was shattered into pieces.
假神在真神面前是站立不住的。
And so there's no way that a false god can stand before a true god.
那不但这样子这个以格伦那边的人就被神处罚。
And so not only that, but the people were also punished.
他们就得了一种叫做圣我们和合本说是长痔疮其实不是痔疮了
And so in the version of the Bible, it says that they were all afflicted with tumors.
他们说是一种叫做鼠疫的靠着老鼠这个传染一种疾病。
And it's actually a disease that is transmitted through mice.
那得这种病的人会在这个淋巴结会肿大属膝部的淋巴结会肿大起来，很痛。
And so when you are afflicted with this kind of disease, you actually have very painful large tumors.
所以他们就叫苦连天说不要把这个以色列人神的约柜放这边赶快抬走。
And so they cried out, "We must not have the ark here. Let us bring it away."
所以他们就抬到加特去了。
And so they brought the ark to Gath.
那加特的人也同样得那种病。
And the people in Gath also received the same sickness.
他们说啊，不可以把这个以色列神的约柜抬来这边的，赶快抬走。
So they said, do not bring the Israel God's ark over here, take it away.
又抬到以革伦，以革伦也一样。
And so then they brought it to Eglon, and the same thing happened there.
这个以色列非利士人5座大城3座的人都受到神的处罚。
And so of the 5 major Philistine cities, 3 of them were greatly punished by God.
所以他们就开会要把神的约柜送还去给以色列人。
So then they had a meeting and decided to return the ark back to Israel.
他们就送到伯示麦去了。
And so they brought it to Beth Shemesh.
他们用这个牛车来运而且用2头从未负轭的母这个牛来拖。
And so they used 2 bulls to carry the ark back.
来知道说这个灾病到底是不是从以色列神所降，还是偶然遇到的。
And this way they would know if this plague had come from God or if it just happened to be a coincidence.
那证明的结果真的是这个以色列的真神所处罚的。
And so later it was proven that it in fact was a punishment from the God of Israel.
那约柜就到了这个回到以色列人的手里。
And so the ark returned into the hands of Israel.
那后来约柜就停到基列耶林。
And then so later the ark stopped in Kiriath Jearim.
在基列耶林总共待了大概差不多70年。
And it was there for approximately 70 years.
这个是神的约柜这个因着人的失误服侍他的人的失误而被掳走。
And it was because of man's mistake that the ark was captured away.
但是神的荣耀不会因为人的错误而受到羞辱。
But God's glory will not be shamed because of human mistake.
反而在这个不认识神的这个非利士人的地方彰显他的荣耀。
But in fact, in a godless area of the Philistines, God's glory was still revealed.
那再来从撒母耳记上的9章到12章。
And then so in 1 Samuel from chapters 9 to 11,
这里记载这个扫罗当王。
here it records that Saul became king.
扫罗被膏立为王。
Saul was anointed as king.
他打败了亚门人正式被立为王。
And so he defeated the Ammonites and then was officially appointed king.
那撒母耳先知也在百姓面前来自我表白跟对王的这个指示。
And so then the prophet Samuel also provided instructions to the Israelites and then also the king.
那百姓向撒母耳要求王
And so when Saul was going to become king,
理由说你的孩子不学你的道。
and then Samuel said, if your children do not follow your word,
他们贪赃枉法，收受贿赂。
and if they fall away,
我们想看撒母耳先知竟然也步上了这个以利祭司的后尘。
and in fact, Prophet Samuel had a similar outcome to the priest Eli.
更进一步的在告诉服侍神的人家庭见证的重要性。
And so he testified to the people how important it was to the importance of family.
我们真教会早期的有一些工人的软弱也是一样的。
In the true church, some of the weaknesses of our early workers was the same.
在家庭里头
，it was within the family.
无论是儿女或者是另一半，
Whether it's children or your other half,
都影响到他的侍奉。
it would affect your servitude.
所以我们弟兄姐妹真的，我们要多多的关心协助这些圣职人员这些服侍神的这些工作人员不但是为他们祷告能够关心到他们的家人。
So as brothers and sisters, we really need to help our holy workers, and we need to support them and really care for their family members and pray for them.
感谢主小弟这个在侍奉的生涯里头受到很多弟兄姐妹的协助跟帮忙。
And thank God in my servitude, I have received a lot of support and help from brothers and sisters.
无论是在台湾或者在美国。
Whether it was in Taiwan or the U.S.
真的很感谢很多的弟兄姐妹对小弟家人的协助。
I'm very grateful to all those that have supported my family.
愿神纪念这些爱心的弟兄姐妹。
And may God remember the love of all these brothers and sisters.
那以色列百姓以撒母耳的 儿子这个不好来做理由，要来要求撒母耳为他们立王。
And so, because Israel saw the evil of Samuel's 2 sons, this is the reason they used to ask Samuel for a king.
那神对撒母耳说啊，其实百姓只不过是借口他们不是不要你儿子当王主要是不想要神当王。
And so God knew that this was an excuse, and it wasn't that they didn't want Samuel's sons to rule over them. They just didn't want God to rule over them.
他不要神的制度，他们要人的制度。
They didn't want authority from God, they wanted authority from man.
那这个神这个神的制度就是士师的时代那个制度。
And so to be the authority of God was during the period of the judges.
是神在治理。
It was God as the governor.
但百姓要君王君主的制度由人来带领。
But the people want to be governed by people.
那神的治理是这个领导者是神自己挑选。
And so when it was governed by God, He chose the leader for them.
但是人的君主制度这个领导者就是世袭而来的。
But the succession according to the way the Israelites wanted would just be that it would be inherited through the family line.
在治理这个系统方面这个神的治理是很简单的。
And so the political system under God was very simple.
但是人的治理就很复杂。
But under humans, it was very complex.
那神的治理它没有后遗症。
And then so it didn't have to involve inheriting rule.
百姓不需要去负责这个纳税啦、服役啦、土地征收等等。
And the people did not have to worry about taxes or services.
但是君王的治理就必须要了。
But under a king, all of this mattered.
所以当撒母耳把两者之间的这个不同告诉了百姓。
So when Samuel told the people how the 2 systems would be different,
照着神吩咐他说的。
in accordance with what God told him to say.
但是百姓还是坚持
But the people still insisted.
所以撒母耳神就为撒母耳拣选了一位。
And then so God chose someone,
就是扫罗。
which was Saul.
那扫罗是12个支派的便雅悯支派，就是在士师记后面所记载，差点被整个灭族的那个支派。
And Saul was from the tribe of Benjamin, which is the smallest of the 12 tribes, because it was nearly eliminated at one point.
疆场的这个灯火神不吹灭压伤的芦苇神不折断。
And at the same time, God did not choose to eliminate them completely, and they still existed.
第一位这个以色列民族的君王竟然是从这么样的一个支派产生的。
And the first king of Israel would actually come from this type of tribe.
那扫罗的外貌健壮俊美比人高一个头
And Saul had a strong and handsome appearance, and he was a head taller than everyone else.
他在初期扫罗有他的优点
And at the very beginning, Saul had his good points.
我们等一下再看扫罗刚开始当王他勤奋谦卑低调隐藏。
And so at the beginning, he was actually very hardworking, humble, and low-key.
他爸爸要他找驴子他是很勤劳的去找。
And so his father told him to look for the donkeys, and he did so very diligently.
那后来去见撒母耳被撒母耳抬举他的反应是很谦卑。
And then when he met Samuel, and Samuel tried to elevate his status, he had a very humble reaction.
甚至他被撒母耳膏为王的时候他回去见他叔叔，他也绝口不提。
And so even when he was anointed king, he refused to tell his uncle when he went back.
那到后来用抽签的方式被众人面前抽出来他还躲起来让大家找。
And after when they cast lots and officially chose him as king, he still continued to remain hidden.
当时有一些这个藐视他的这些匪类不接受他，但是扫罗也不以为意。
And there were some who despised him and did not want him to become king, and Saul did not pay any attention to them.
就算他做王他还是下田种地。
And even when he became king, he still continued to do farming work.
后来这个亚门人欺负这个以色列人他带领人打败了亚门人。
And then later when the Ammonites attacked the people, he led Israel to attack them back.
那 当时的百姓就想起说，扫罗当时被高丽做王啊，有些人藐视他要把这些人呢找出来要处罚。
And so they wanted to find those rebels who had despised him in the past.
但是扫罗却没有这么做。
But Saul did not do that.
所以我们看到扫罗在当王的时候初期真的是表现得可圈可点。
And so we can see that in the early part of Saul's rule, he was actually quite a good leader.
但是人毕竟是人
But of course, he's a human.
人的这个信仰也好人的这个待人处事都有高低起伏。
And so humans all have high and low points.
后来扫罗就失败了。
And so later he failed.
他失败第一件事情。
And so his first failure
就是他僭越献祭
was that he performed a burnt offering himself.
在撒母耳记上的13章
In 1 Samuel chapter 13,
这个非利士人聚集要跟以色列人打仗。
when the Philistines were gathered to fight against Israel.
这个扫罗一看呢情势紧急
And so Saul saw that this was a very critical situation.
自己的这个部队那个人数一直在减少因为看到大敌当前很多人逃跑。
And so his troops were lessening by the day because as they saw their enemy, they got scared and ran away.
那撒母耳也还没有照着约定前来。
And Samuel did not arrive at the appointed time.
扫罗就献祭了。
So Saul decided to offer up the offering himself.
他想要借此来稳定军心
And he thought doing so would stabilize his troops.
要求神帮助
And because they wanted to ask for God's help.
所以他就做了不该做的事情。
And so he did what he ought not have done.
他献祭了。
And he offered up the burnt offering.
也许我们会觉得扫罗这个是情有可原
And we might think this is not such a big deal.
因为他害怕嘛。
Because he was just scared.
因为他想要让这个大家的军心能够得到稳定嘛。
And he wanted everyone to feel secure.
更因为他急着想要神来帮助他。
And he was very eager to receive God's help.
所以他才会献祭
So this is why he would make the offering.
所以扫罗他第一个这个失败虽然被撒母耳先知责备但是也还不至于说跟神的关系完全破裂。
So even though he was rebuked by Samuel for this first failure, this is not what actually tore apart his relationship with God.
那接下来
Later on,
就是神要撒母耳先知转告这个扫罗照着这个神当时跟以色列百姓所立约要扫罗带兵把当日以色列百姓出埃及的时候这个亚玛利人这些仇敌要消灭。
And so at the time, Samuel asked Saul, in accordance to God's commands, to go and eliminate the Amalekites.
但扫罗却抗命了。
But Saul decided to spare some of them.
他把这个亚玛利王抓回来。
So he captured their king.
把这些牛羊也掳回来了。
And then he also captured the best of their sheep and cattle.
当撒母耳责问他的时候扫罗却推给百姓。
And when Samuel questioned him, Saul put the blame on the people.
而不提他到加密去立纪念碑的事情。
And he did not admit to what happened with the cup.
而且口口声声说神吩咐他的事情他都守住了。
And he said that he had done everything God had commanded.
那至于这些牛羊是百姓要带回来献给神的。
And the sheep and cattle were asked for by the people so that they could offer up to God.
只等到撒母耳先知把神向他所说的话告诉扫罗。
And it is only when Samuel told Saul what God had told him.
撒母耳告诉扫罗说你从前虽然以自己为小岂不被立为以色列支派的元首？
And he said, although you were once small in your own eyes, did you not become the head of the tribes of Israel?
神膏你做以色列的王。
And the Lord anointed you king over Israel.
神吩咐你要击打那些犯罪的亚玛利人，把他们灭绝净尽。
And he told you to completely destroy the wicked Amalekites.
那你为什么不听神的命令？
But why did you not obey the Lord?
急忙的掳掠财物行神眼中看为恶的事。
And instead, you were greedy and you did what was evil in the eyes of God.
换句话说，扫罗把神对亚玛利人这个正义的审判把它变成强盗的抢夺。
And so what should have been a righteous judgment from God became a plunder by the Israelites.
哦，哎，那个扫罗还是狡辩呐、
And so Saul was still stubborn.
直到这个撒母耳跟他讲，
And it is only until Samuel told him,
听命胜于献祭，顺从胜于公羊的自由啊。在撒母耳记上15章
Oh, and so in 1 Samuel chapter 15,
15章的22到23节，
in verses 22 to 23,
悖逆的罪与行邪术的罪相等，顽梗的罪与拜虚神和偶像的罪相同。
it does the Lord delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as much in obeying the voice of the Lord?
你厌弃神的命令，神也厌弃你做王。
And because you have rejected the word of the Lord, he has rejected you as king.
这个是扫罗最在乎的，
And this is what Saul cared about the most.
所以扫罗才承认他有罪了。
And it was only then that Saul admitted he had sinned.
但是还是要撒母耳跟他同行，好在众长老百姓面前来抬举他。
But he still asked Samuel to elevate him in front of all the elders and the people.
甚至把撒母耳的衣襟都扯断了。
And he even had to pull his robe and tore it.
所以我们看到扫罗他最在意的
So we can see what Saul cares most about.
就是在人前被高举。
He just wants to be elevated in front of man.
也许是他出生于那个最小的支派，那个自卑感的作祟吧。
And maybe it's his inferiority complex of being from the smallest tribe.
所以他都一生都在追求这个镁光灯的焦点。
So in his whole life, he is seeking glory for himself.
他最在意的就是要被人高举看得起。
And what he cares most about is being admired and being elevated.
扫罗这个软弱的影子仿佛也在我们生命当中阴魂不散，如影随形。
And so this weakness is something that we may also have in our lives.
很多人他最在意的就是要被别人看得起。
And so many of us care a lot about having people not look down on us.
所以行事为人都希望能够让人家知道。
And so we hope that everyone knows about our great actions.
这个就是扫罗他的软弱。
And so this was Saul's weakness.
不惜这个破坏跟神的关系，违抗神的吩咐跟命令。
And so he ended up disobeying God and ruined his relationship with him.
那神既然厌弃扫罗做王，所以神又另外拣选了这个大卫。
And so because Saul was rejected, God then chose another, David.
所以撒母耳记上的这个16章开始，
So starting in chapter 16
到这个18章
through chapter 18,
这个就是记载大卫被膏立做王。
it talks about David being anointed as king.
大卫他的意思就是蒙爱的。
And the meaning of the word David is he who is loved.
他是属犹大支派。
And he's from the tribe of Judah.
原本是个牧人。
And he was originally a shepherd.
他很会弹琴。
And he was a very talented harpist.
他也会作诗。
And he can also write hymns.
他也是个战士。
And he's also a warrior.
他后来成为君王。
And later became a king.
替代了扫罗。
And he replaced Saul.
他被称为合神心意的人。
And he is one who was loved by God.
因为他敬畏，他倚靠，他顺服，他爱慕神。
And so he relied on God, worshipped God, submitted to God, and loved God.
但大卫一生并不是没有失败。
And it is not that his life was without sin.
他也有失败，也有软弱。
He also had his failures and weaknesses.
但是他因为敬畏神。
But because he feared God.
他在失败之后他坦然的接受。
In his failure, he was willing to admit.
他倚靠神，接受神的处罚。
And he relied on God and received his punishment.
他还是合神心意的人。
And so he is still someone that followed the will of God.
这个撒母耳神要他去膏大卫。
And so God wanted Samuel to anoint David.
但撒母耳到了耶西的家里一看以为是大卫的大哥这个以利亚。
And so when Samuel went to the house of Jesse, he thought it would be David's oldest brother, Eliab, that would be anointed.
长得有这个帝王之相
because he looks like a king.
结果神说不是这一个。
But God said, no, not this one.
神提醒撒母耳。
And so God reminded Samuel,
人看人看外表，神看人看内心。
man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart.
撒母耳还停留在那个扫罗这个看扫罗那个外表的阶段。
And Samuel was still in the phase of where he was looking at appearances, like with Saul.
扫罗高人一头，
Saul was taller than everyone by a head,
但是却不是神要拣选。
but not the one that God ended up wanting to choose.
所以这个也在提醒我们，
So this also reminds us,
撒母耳都会看错。
even Samuel could make a mistake.
今天呢，我们在很多事情上，我们也会经常看错。
Today, in many things, we might also see the wrong thing.
用人的想法，用世俗的标准来看，
We will use worldly standards and we will use the human way to decide.
我们就会看错。
And so we will also see the wrong thing.
所以神才真正了解，
So only God truly understands.
神才能够鉴察人的心。
And God knows our hearts.
那刚刚说这个扫罗被神弃绝所以神所弃绝的人魔鬼最喜欢了。
And so Saul was rejected by God, and the devil loves those who are rejected.
所以这个彼得就告诉我们我们要抵挡魔鬼魔鬼逃跑，我们亲近神魔鬼就逃跑。
And so Peter has told us that if we draw near to God, then Satan will depart from us.
那离开神魔鬼就找上门来。
On the other hand, if we leave God, then Satan will come to our door.
扫罗离开神，
And so Saul left God,
魔鬼就来了。
and so Satan arrived.
所以来扰乱他的心呢。
And he came to torment him.
所以大卫就弹琴来帮助扫罗。
And then so David would play the harp to help Saul.
每当大卫弹琴这个魔鬼就跑掉。
And every time he played the harp, the evil spirit would leave Saul.
当然大卫弹的绝对不是那个一般的流行歌曲
And so of course David was not playing regular pop
是
music.
赞美神的歌。
He was playing hymns of praise.
所以今天我们要经常唱诗赞美神，
So today, in the same way, we must regularly sing hymns to praise
魔
God.
鬼就逃跑。
And that way Satan will leave us.
所以今天在教会里面也应该经常充满着赞美神的诗歌。
So today in the church, we should constantly be filled with hymns of praise.
唱诗绝对不是诗班的专利。
Because singing hymns is not just the specialty of the choir.
我声音不好，我不加入诗班所以我就不唱诗。
You cannot say, my voice is not very good, so I will not join the choir, so I'm not going to sing any hymns.
这个是错误的想法。
This is a mistaken way of thinking.
唱诗是在赞美神，
Singing hymns is to praise God.
每个人都可以赞美神。
Anyone can praise God.
神给我们每个属他的人的权利，
And this is a privilege for all of us.
它也是我们的义务
And it is also our duty.
我们要赞美神，
And so
经
we
常
must-
唱诗
We must praise God and continually sing hymns.
对诗歌要熟悉。
And we must be familiar with the hymns.
所以大卫每当扫罗魔鬼骚扰他，他就来弹琴了。
So every time Saul was tormented by evil spirits, David would come and play the harp for him.
那大卫能够在这个能够进到扫罗的这个宫廷里头是因为以拉谷的这一场战争
And so David is able to be someone that entered Saul's inner lair because of the battle with Goliath.
就是他跟歌利亚的这个战争
And it was this battle.
这个非利士人再次来攻打以色列人
And so the Philistines came to attack yet again.
他们在这个亚西加跟这个梭哥当中的以拉谷来摆阵。
And so it was here within the region on the map that they came to attack again.
那大卫因为爸爸要他到前线探望哥哥所以他也来到了。
And so David's father actually wanted him to go to the front lines of the battle to check on his brother, so that's why he was there.
这个是目前的这个地形
And so this is what the land looked like at the time.
这个南边的是非利士营北边山地是以色列营。
So the northern area belongs to Israel, and the southern area belongs to the Philistines.
那中间就是一个峡谷叫做以拉谷。
And in the middle is a valley called the Valley of Elah.
这是都是现在的这个照片
And so of course these are all present day photos.
那大卫所用的武器啊，就是牧羊人所用的击弦甩石的武器。
And so David used very simple shepherd tools, which was just a slingshot.
我们通常听到这个故事啊，说大卫到河里头去捡石头，我们以为是打水瓢那种小石头，不是哈。
And so sometimes we hear the story and we think that David used little stones for skipping rocks to defeat Goliath, but that is not the case.
击弦甩的石头可以大到像网球这么大。
So the kind of rock you would use with a slingshot can be as big as a tennis ball.
所以我们看看那个歌利亚被这个大卫击弦甩石打到就好像被那个这个王建民投那个声卡球打到一样
And so if Goliath was hit with such a rock, it's like some famous pitcher who would be able to hit you very hard with his baseball.
甚至是2倍的速度啊。
It could be double the speed.
所以歌利亚被大卫用击弦甩石给打昏了然后大卫上前去用歌利亚自己的刀把歌利亚的头给砍了下来。
And so this is why David was able to use a slingshot to knock out Goliath and then kill him with his own sword.
那歌利亚跟大卫的这个身高比也好装备比也好都是不成比例的。
So in every way, there was no comparison between David and Goliath.
他的身高几乎是大卫2倍高
because Goliath was twice as tall.
将近3公尺。
And he was almost 300 centimeters.
光这个身上穿的盔甲就有将近70公斤重。
And you could tell there was a huge difference in their weight.
所以原本大卫是不可能打赢的。
So originally, there's no way David could win this battle.
但是大卫依靠的是神。
But David relied on God.
不是靠人。
He did not rely on
所以他
man.
是靠神来赢得这场战争。
And because he relied on God, he was able to win this battle.
那大卫的得胜也带动了以色列军心士气。
And because through this victory, he was able to lead the Israelites.
一路追杀非利士人到以革伦到加特。
And so they continued to chase the Philistines down through Ekron to Gath.
当大卫跟扫罗他们凯旋而归
And so after this victory,
这个妇女们出来唱歌庆贺迎接他们。
and all the women came out to greet them and to celebrate.
那没想到妇女她们无心的赞美却引来扫罗的嫉妒。
And they didn't realize that the singing of these women would stir up Saul's jealousy.
如同刚刚我们所讲扫罗因为他那个原生的这个背景让他有很强烈的自卑感。
And we talked about how Saul's background probably gave him a huge inferiority complex.
所以当妇女们称赞说扫罗杀死千千，大卫杀死万万他就觉得他被大卫给比下去了。
So when the women sang, Saul has slain his thousands and David his tens of thousands, Saul was very angry at being put down.
甚至认为大卫要抢夺他的王位了。
And he thought that David was trying to steal his kingdom from him.
所以从隔天起他就想杀大卫。
And so starting from the very next day, he decided he wanted to kill David.
那个大卫只好逃命了。
And so David had to run for his life.
虽然他后来成为这个扫罗的女婿
And even though he became Saul's son-in-law,
但是扫罗让大卫当女婿不是喜欢大卫，而是找机会要杀大卫。
but he only made him a son-in-law not because he liked David, but because he could find a way to kill him.
这场婚姻立场原本就是不够了。
And so this wedding didn't start off on the right way.
扫罗想借着敌人的手杀掉大卫。
And so first Saul wanted to use the enemy's hands to kill David.
就开出要扫罗要这个大卫去杀敌人取他们的羊皮才可以
And he wanted David to go and kill enemies and bring back some spoils.
所以这场婚姻原本就是建立在一个阴谋上面。
And so this marriage was built upon false pretenses.
虽然扫罗有阴谋，但是不影响大卫跟米甲的相爱。
But Saul's intention should not have affected David and Michael's love.
但可怜的就是这一对苦命的鸳鸯就要因着他父亲而分开。
But unfortunately, because of Saul, they ended up having to separate.
大卫开始逃亡。
And so David started to run.
他从基比亚逃到马拿，跑到拉玛。
And so he escaped all the way from Gibeah to Ramah.
因为撒母耳在那边。
Because Samuel was there.
扫罗追来了。
And so Samuel came along.
那扫罗追来
Oh,
了，
and so Saul came all the way through to chase him.
所以他只好啊，又跑回去啊，去见约拿单
And then so he had to go back and he went to meet Jonathan.
向约拿单求帮助
And he pleaded with Jonathan for help.
他跟约拿单就是扫罗的儿子是生死之交
And so actually, David and Saul's son Jonathan were best friends.
但是我们看因为父亲的错误不但让自己的女儿丧失婚姻的幸福连自己的儿子都损失一个好朋友
But because of Saul's mistakes, not only did he ruin his daughter's chance at happiness in marriage, but also ruined a great friendship for his son.
今天我们千万不要因为这个个人的恩怨影响到我们的家人
So we should not let our personal wishes affect our family members.
受伤害的损失的还是我们自己
Because in the end, we are the ones who are hurt and we are the ones who lose out.
那这个大卫见完约拿单就跑去见祭司
And so after David met with Jonathan, he went to meet with the priest.
吃了饼拿了刀
And then from there, he ate the bread and received weapons.
那个刀就是他当时这个杀歌利亚歌利亚的刀
And it was the same knife that he used to kill Goliath with.
但是却被这个一个以东人叫多益的瞧见了他密告扫罗
But unfortunately, there was a spy there who was Dog, an Edomite. And he went to tell Saul what happened.
那大卫赶快又跑他就跑到非利士人的加特去
And so David had to flee again, and he fled to the land of the Philistines, to Gath.
没想到他被当时的被非利士人一眼给认出来了
And unfortunately, he didn't realize the Philistines would recognize him right away.
所以为了自保只好装疯卖傻
And so in order to protect himself, he had to pretend to be insane.
这个大卫把他当时的心得写在诗篇34篇呢
And so his emotions at the time are recorded now in Psalms 34.
那只好又跑回来
So unfortunately, he had to flee again.
跑到这个亚杜兰
And then so he fled back to Adullam.
那当时大卫的家人带着这个群众来投靠大卫
And so at the time, his family brought people there to support him.
然后还有一些当时被逼迫的人也来投靠大卫大概有400人
And there were 400 men in total who came who were in distress or in debt and were discontented.
大卫这个时候就不是他自己一个人而是一群人
And so at this time, David was no longer an individual, but a group.
那还是为了避免扫罗的这个追击他们到处躲
And so in order to flee from Saul, they had to keep running.
那这个时候扫罗这个听到那个多益的密报所以去找这个祭司这个甚至要后来把这个神的祭司都杀掉了
And so because Doeg the Edomite had given his secret report to Saul on what he'd seen, Saul then ordered all the priests to be killed.
我们看一个被神所弃绝的人
So someone who's rejected by God.
一个被这个魔鬼所做工的人
And someone who the Satan uses for work.
他怎么可能会会这个敬重这神的工人呢
How
不会的
can he be someone that would attack God's workers
他甚至会杀害
and actually kill them?
那这些都是这个大卫逃亡的路线
And so you can see here the route which David had to flee.
在这边有两次这个神把扫罗交在大卫的手里
And actually, in this route, there's 2 times where God delivered Saul into David's hands.
一次就是在隐基底这个地方
And so there was the first time,
En Gedi
in Gedi.
这个就是这个隐基底有很多这种洞山洞洞穴
And there were a lot of caves in En-Gedi.
那扫罗来到这边肚子痛就想进去上个厕所
So he had a stomach ache, so Saul went in there to relieve
没
himself.
想到大卫躲在里面，
And he didn't realize David would be in there hiding.
大卫原本就可以当场就解决扫罗的生命来终结他逃亡的逃亡的生涯。
So at the time, David could have taken care of him and stopped running.
但是他因为敬畏神，
But because he feared God,
他不敢伤害神的受膏者。
he did not dare to harm an anointed one of God.
这也是这个大卫他对神敬畏的表现。
And this is an act of how David truly worships God.
那后来扫罗在大卫面前痛哭认罪。
And so at this time, Saul bitterly cried out and admitted sin in front of David.
但是这个没有多久又忘记了。
But not too long later, he forgot.
又追杀大卫。
Because then he decided to kill him again.
那在这个时候这个之前大卫这个曾经向当时的一个这个富有的人家叫拿巴请求帮助。
And prior to this, David had encountered a wealthy man, Nabal, and to ask for his help.
希望拿巴能够纪念大卫他不但不伤害他们的牧羊人，还保护他们。
And he hoped that Nabal could remember that he had helped to protect his shepherders.
那没想到被拿巴羞辱
But in fact, he was rejected by Nabal.
在生怒之余这个大卫失去了理智甚至想要把拿巴全家通通杀掉。
And so at this point, David was a little bit irrational and decided he would kill Nabal's entire family.
还好这个拿巴有一个太太叫亚比该，很聪明。
And thankfully, Nabal had a wife, Abigail, who was very wise.
她半路来求情
And so part of the way she came to meet David and ask for mercy,
让大卫不至于这个做出失去理性的事情，
so that David would not carry out such an irrational act.
也不会在将来当王的这个世上有了这个污点。
And so that he would not have this kind of sin on his record as a king one day.
那拿巴后来被神击打死了，大卫就娶了这个亚比该。
And so later, Nabal was struck down by God, and Abigail became David's wife.
扫罗继续来搜索大卫。
And so Saul continued to chase after David.
那神再次的把扫罗交在大卫手里。
And so once again, David was given Saul.
甚至大卫的这个将军亚比筛说不用你出手，让我来，我一下子就把他给宰了。
And even one of David's people, Abishai, offered to kill him himself so that David's hands would be clean.
大卫还是阻止。
But David still stopped him.
他因为敬畏神。
Because he respected God.
他宁可扫罗战死沙场或者出意外而死，他绝对不敢伸手伤害。
He did not want to be the one to cause Saul's death.
那同样扫罗又在痛哭流涕又认错
And then in the same way, Saul again cried out and admitted his sin.
但是没有多久又忘记了。
But of course, he then forgot again.
最后大卫想说这样下去不是办法。
So then finally, David realized that he couldn't go on with this forever.
2度逃到非利士地去。
And then so he fled to the Philistines' land.
这一次不是自己一个人
And this time he was not one man on his own.
带领着跟随他的人去的。
And he carried all of his people with him.
那受到这个当时的非利士王亚吉的欢迎
And so at the time he was welcomed by the Achish king.
但是却也把大卫陷入到一个骑虎难下的地步。
But then he was also bullied a little bit by the king.
他因为要取信于这个亚吉所以他必须要说谎。
And so because he needed the king's help, he had to lie.
他去抢夺这个外族人但是回来骗这个非利士王亚吉说是抢夺自己的同胞。
And so he would actually go out and plunder from the Philistines, but then he would lie and say he took from his own people.
那最后这个非利士人跟以色列人决战的时刻到了。
And then at the end, there was a final battle between the Philistines and the Israelites.
这个大卫面对的要这手足相残要杀自己同胞的窘境。
And so David was faced with the possibility of killing his own people.
那还好是神出面替他解围。
And thankfully, God was able to appear and take care of this for him.
让非利士的将领们反对大卫随军出征。
Because the Philistines objected to David and his people fighting in their army.
不然我们想想看，大卫以后要怎么当王？
Otherwise, how could David become king?
以色列百姓怎么可能接纳一个曾经杀害自己的同胞的这个君王啊？
How could the Israelites accept a king who had killed their own?
但是神虽然解了大卫的围，
So even though David had this problem solved by God,
神也管教了大卫。
God also was punishing David.
让大卫跟随他的这些人的家属在喜格拉被亚玛力人通通抓走。
Because these people and David, they were all captured in Ziklag.
这件事情让大卫深深的反省。
And this incident made David truly reflect.
原本投靠敌人，想要得到安全，没想到不但没有安全反而把自己陷入到绝境。
And they tried to use their enemies to receive help, but in fact, they were then plundered themselves.
所以这再一次的告诉我们如果没有神保护看顾我们的努力都是落空的。
So this once again tells us that without God, all of our own efforts are in vain.
那这个以拉谷这个非利士人跟这个以色列人的决战要开始。
And so the battle began between the Israelites and the Philistines.
也是扫罗的结局
And that was also the conclusion of Saul.
那扫罗面对神人共弃他要面对这个非利士大军的压境。
And so Saul had to face the Philistines.
非利士这个五大城的将领他们集结军队在耶斯列平原。
And so there were 5 major cities that all descended upon this battle.
那扫罗也带兵在基利波山相对。
And so Saul brought his people there to fight as well.
那在战争前夕扫罗害怕所以他找人去找那个女巫交鬼的妇人替他找撒母耳来询问。
And so prior to this battle, Saul was afraid, so he went to look for a witch that could help him.
我们教会的主张这个找上来的不是真正的撒母耳是鬼鬼变的。
And so the witch stirred up an evil version of Samuel to come and rebuke him.
神所弃绝的这个人这只有鬼才会要。
And so it wasn't true Samuel because those who have been rejected by God will only be wanted by Satan.
那鬼也知道鬼也有一些能力，也知道一些事情。
And so these spirits have some powers and they do know certain things.
这如同这个鬼所说的告诉扫罗的预言其中的一部分扫罗就战死沙场。
And so according to this evil spirit that was conjured, he said that Saul would die in this battle.
扫罗最后落得战败自杀而亡。
And so in the end, Saul killed himself in battle
因为他不想死在敌人的手下。
because he didn't want to die in the hands of his enemies.
其实杀死扫罗的是扫罗他自己。
So really, Saul is the one who ended up killing himself.
如果他不嫉妒大卫，
If he had not been jealous of David,
大卫是非利士的克星
because David had defeated the Philistines.
扫罗怎么会死在这个非利士人的手里
So why would Saul die in the hands of the Philistines?
那扫罗最后解决他最后一口气的是一个亚玛力的少年。
And so Saul's last breath was with the Amalekite youth.
那如果他当时照神的吩咐把亚玛力人通通这个杀掉，也不会最后有这个亚玛力少年人来送他最后一程
And so if he had killed all of the Amalekites like God had commanded previously, this would not have happened.
我们看到扫罗的结局真的很悲哀。
So we can see that Saul's finish is truly tragic.
但是这场悲剧的导演是扫罗自己。
But it really is the bringer of this tragedy is Saul himself.
那以上就是撒母耳记上
And so this is 1 Samuel.
那撒母耳记下主要就是大卫这个大卫王朝的兴起
And so 2 Samuel records David's reign.
这个撒母耳记下1到5章记载大卫在希伯伦做王。
And so in chapters 1 to 5, it records David becoming king in Hebron.
一开始大卫跟扫罗还是有扫罗家还是有征战。
So at the beginning, there were still battles between the families of David and
扫
Saul.
罗的元帅亚尼尔拥护扫罗的这个儿子伊斯波设为王。
And so there was a struggle for the kingship between other sons of Saul and David.
但是这个扫罗扫罗家日渐衰弱大卫家日渐强盛。
But as Saul's family weakened, David's family became stronger.
这个是当时大卫打下就现在的耶路撒冷当时叫大卫城。
And so at the time, it was the city of David, which is now Jerusalem.
那大卫城有多大？
And so how large was the city of David?
就是这么大
It's recorded on
宽
this map here.
200公尺，长大概可能300、400而已400
It's approximately 200 by 400 meters.
那有人说这个温哥华拿来比看
And some said you can compare it to the city of Vancouver.
有人说把台北的台湾台北228公园比看大概就是这样。
And others said you could compare it to the 228 Peace Memorial Park in
如果
Taipei.
从国内来的天安门广场就是这么大了
Or if you're from China, you might compare it to Tiananmen Square.
当时的大卫城就是这么大而已
And so that's as big as the city of David was.
但是当后来大卫当王之后
But of course, later when he became king,
他国势就强了等一下我们就看到他土地王国有多大。
his kingdom became bigger, and we'll be able to see how the empire expanded.
那国家一统一这个非利士人外敌还是来挑衅
And so as the kingdom united, the Philistines continued to attack.
他们在利伐因谷打了一仗
And so they fought another battle.
那大卫靠神还是打了胜仗
And David relied on God and was still be able to be victorious.
当国家安定大卫就把这个神的约柜从基利耶岭要迎到大卫城来。
And so after the country was stabilized from war, David wanted to bring the ark back from Kiriath Jearim to his city.
那我们知道这个我们也跟弟兄姐妹分享过他们一开始就是用牛车来运
And so we know previously it was pulled on a cart by cows.
没有照着这个神的律法规定是利未人来抬
And they did not follow the commands of God to have it carried by Levites.
所以后来牛失的前提以致这个乌撒被杀
And so because of this mistake, Uzzah was killed.
后来大卫知道了就重新第二次迎约柜，照着神的律法的规定，由利未人来抬
And so because David had learned his lesson, he had brought the Levites to come a second time and carry it in accordance with God's
那
law.
大卫本身穿着细雨服得在约柜面前踊跃跳舞，像小孩子一样
And so David himself was dressed in a linen ephod and dancing before God with all his might.
但是却让他的第一夫人米甲公主看得很不顺眼
But then when his first wife Michal saw this, she despised him.
这个米甲公主什么没有遗传到她父亲扫罗，就是这个骄傲自高却有遗传到
So the only thing Michal seemed to inherit from Saul was the spirit of arrogance.
他觉得大卫这个是一个君王什么跳得跟这个跟没有无耻下贱的人一样
And she thought, why is King David dancing like someone who has no status?
大卫听了也很不高兴回答他说神把你父亲的一切给了我
And so David was very upset and said, it is the Lord who chose me rather than your father.
我这个是在神面前跳舞
I am dancing before the Lord,
我会更加卑微
and I will become even more
看
undignified,
自己为轻贱
and I will be humiliated in my own
但
eyes.
是你说的那一些卑女他们倒要尊敬我了
But these slave girls that you speak of, I will be held in honor.
这个我们可以看到大卫在神的面前他的这个天真跟他的谦卑
And so we can see David's simplicity and his humility before God.
有时候在我们这个服事当中我们可以看到不少的第一夫人米甲
And so sometimes in our servitude, we can encounter others who are like Michal.
不但不帮忙还是挑毛病
So not only do you not help, but you
我们
criticize.
小心这个米甲后来是大卫也不要他，神也不要他他在冷宫里头过一辈子
And so let us be careful, because in the end, Michal was not wanted by David or God, and she was all alone.
直到死日没有生养儿女
And until she died, she had no children.
那大卫接着他就想要为神来这个新建约柜像圣殿
And so later, David wanted to build a temple for God.
那这里这个投影片上面是 大卫所罗门时代最强的时候，他们的这个领土。
So if you look at this map, this is when the kingdom of David and Solomon were the strongest. This is their empire.
北到伯拉大河，南到埃及小河。
And you can see that it goes all the way north in this map and all the way to the south.
这就是当时神应许亚伯拉罕要给他们的这个地。
And this is the land that God had promised Abraham.
那大卫这个时候在他灵性可以说灵城的高峰却急转直下。
And so you could see this is the peak of David's faith, and so he fell.
他这个犯了这个最大的错误。
And so he committed his greatest mistake.
就是他在生活轻松之余让情欲胜过。
So in his easy life, he let his lust take over.
他抢夺了他的部下乌利亚的妻子拔示巴。
And he stole the wife of one of the foot soldiers below him, Bathsheba.
为了怕他的这个怕他的罪行暴露他甚至杀人灭口把乌利亚给杀了。
And in order to cover his tracks, he killed her husband Uriah.
借着敌人的手。
Through the hands of the enemies.
然后再光明正大来娶这个歌利亚的太太。
And
拔示巴。
In this way, he felt that he could rightfully take his wife.
原本以为这个神不知鬼不觉，没人知道。
And he thought, well, no one knew about this.
但是神知道。
But God did.
神要拿单先知来点出大卫的罪。
And God wanted Nathan to point out David's sins.
那拿单就讲了故事
And so Nathan told him a story.
就像这个投影片上面的这个图画一样。
And the story is told in up here in the slide.
这个城里头有2个家人这个贫穷人就只有一头小羊羔把它当女儿一样。
And so you can see there's a very poor man who had one little sheep, and he treated this sheep like his own daughter.
那他有一天隔壁的有钱人有朋友来
And the next day, a rich man came by and saw.
那这个有钱人就抢夺这个贫穷人那只母羊羔来宴客。
And so this rich person wanted this lamb and took it so that he could have it at a great banquet at his house.
这个引起大卫那个正义之心敬畏神的心说这个人该死他赔人家4倍。
And through David's righteous heart, he said, well, this is very wrong, and he should pay this person 4 times over.
这个时候拿单说那个人就是你。
And at this time, Nathan said, that person is you.
就点出大卫的罪来
And pointed out David's sin.
自己有很多的妻妾，如果不够还可以向神求神还会给你，为什么要去抢人家唯一的？
He had so much from God. Why did he need to go and take someone else's only wife?
在拿单的指责之下大卫认罪了。
And under Nathan's rebuke, David admitted sin.
对比这个撒母耳责备扫罗我们可以看出大卫对罪他毫无掩饰，毫无隐藏，他就承认。
And we can see, unlike when Samuel rebuked Saul, David was willing to admit once he was pointed out.
而不像扫罗推卸
He was not like Saul, who tried to push blame.
没有真正的认罪。
And who was not really willing to admit sin.
所以神赦免他。
And so God forgave him.
但是同样的还是要付出代价。
But in the same way, he still had to pay a price.
那我们可以从这个大卫犯罪之后所写的诗篇51篇可以看出他真的是悔改。
So after he committed sin, you can see how he felt in Psalms chapter 51, and you can see he truly repented.
而且公诸于世让大家都知道
And he declared it publicly, so everyone knew.
这个是不简单
This is
真
not
正的
easy.
悔改
And so this is true repentance.
那这个死罪可免活罪难逃神处罚大卫刀剑不离开他的家。
And so God also punished him by having the war never leave David's house.
如同大卫自己本身所定罪要赔4倍。
And also, like David had proclaimed himself, he had to pay back 4 times.
所以后来大卫死了4个孩子。
And so later, David paid with his 4
那
children.
这4个孩子会死，除了第一个是罪的结晶跟拔示巴所生的那个死掉。
And so the first child that he had with Bathsheba passed away.
那其他的3个孩子
And the 3 other children.
这个大卫的这个长子
David's eldest son.
第3个
And his 3rd.
还有第4个
And his 4th.
都是也跟大卫一样因着情欲而死。
And they were all like David, where they had to die because of their lust.
那大卫的长子因为被情欲胜过像大卫一样，他爱上并且强暴了自己的妹妹。
And so his eldest son, Absalom, he loved his own sister and wanted to have relations with her.
那这个大王子暗嫩后来被3王子押沙龙所杀。
And then later Absalom killed Amnon.
那押沙龙后来背叛了大卫。
And then later he was punished.
带兵起来反叛追杀自己的父亲。
And then later Absalom brought troops to go and rebel against his own father.
那死在这个约押的手里。
And then he died in his enemy's hands.
因为时间的关系我们可能没有办法仔细讲
And because of time, we probably can't go into this in very much detail.
那大卫在逃难逃避他儿子追杀这个前朝扫罗王朝有一个叫这个示每的一路上向大卫丢石头咒骂大卫大卫都忍下来，因为大卫把他认为当成是神对他的惩罚。
And so while David was fleeing from his son Absalom, there was Shimei who continued to curse him and throw rocks at him, and David patiently bore it because he thought this was his punishment from God.
甚至他的这个将军亚比赛都看不下去，说王要不要我过去把他狗头给砍掉
？And even his troops asked, "Do you want me to go over and kill him?"
大卫说不关你的事。
But David said, "Don't worry about it."
是神吩咐他的。
It is God who has commanded him.
我的儿子尚且要我的命，更何况说这个人。
So my son, my own flesh, is trying to take my life. How much more than this man?
那押沙龙跟这个追杀他父亲这场战争其实有一场很精彩的谍报战
And so there's actually a very exciting battle that ensues between Absalom and his father.
这个大卫毕竟姜是老的辣。
And so even though David is old by this time,
他安排的这个户筛当007情报员卧底在这押沙龙旁边。
he has arranged for his men to be among Absalom.
来破坏前任的军师断事如神的亚希多弗的计谋。
And so they are able to outwit Absalom's people.
为自己来争取时间，等候前线的将军们带兵来救驾。
And so that in this way he's able to buy some time so that his people can make it through.
那两军就在这以法莲山地遭遇
And so then the 2 armies meet in the land of Ephraim.
押沙龙亲率军队这个进到以法莲树林里头。
And so Absalom's young army is able to enter into the forest of Ephraim.
那大卫兵分3路。
And David's army was split into 3 groups.
但是大卫在这个出兵之前特别嘱咐他的将军们放押沙龙一条生路。
But David had instructed his army to not kill Absalom if they captured him.
那押沙龙他的一头秀发却让他致命卡在树枝上面下不来。
And so Absalom actually was killed by his own absent-mindedness.
最后被约押给刺死。
And in the end, he passed away hanging on a tree.
大卫痛失爱子。
And David was in great pain.
其实他更痛的是他自己。
And of course, he himself was in the most pain.
整场的罪过刑罚是因为大卫自己造成的。
And this entire incident was really brought upon by himself.
那最后就是撒母耳记的最后就记载大卫回他的京都
And so later, David finally returns back to his city.
他又经历了一个叫示巴背叛。
And then Sheba rebels against David.
那最后他这个数点百姓来得罪神
And then later he conducted a census and betrayed God again.
这个是撒母耳记下的主要内容。
And so these are the main This is the main summary of 2 Samuel.
那也记载了大卫的这些勇士们
And it records all the acts of David and his men.
我们撒母耳记就简单快速的就这样介绍给大家。
So this is a very quick introduction to the books of Samuel.
那如果我们在读撒母耳记我们有任何的问题，我们都可以看是你记录下来，或者是email 给小弟都可以。
So if we're reading, you have some questions, you can feel free to write them down and email them to me.
我们可以一起来分享。
And we can share them.
那因为时间我们超过很多，我们就直接祷告。
So because of time, we will go straight to prayer.
我们求神来祝福我们下一个礼拜来带领我们。
Let us ask God to guide and bless this coming week.
一起祷告。
Let us pray.